Hi, my name is Simona. I'm 6 years old, and I'm going to tell you guys why education is important. Education is important because if you don't go to school and you grow up and then you already finished university, you'll end up you won't have a job because you don't know anything, and then if you don't have the job, you won't be able to pay rent. So if you don't have the job, you'll end up on the streets.
Okay.
And if you have children, they'll also suffer, and you'll be hungry, and you'll run back to your parents asking for help.
Wow. So that's so good, Simona. I'm glad to see that you understand the reason why education is important. Now, to those of your friends, young people like yourself who don't like school, who don't like to go to school, what would you tell them?
I would tell them that if they don't go to school, they'll end up poor, and also being poor, you'll end up having children, and with those children, they'll suffer. You'll end up going back to your parents, and your parents might not want you again.
So, how does it make you feel every time you see young children that are poor, they're not going to school, they are on the street? How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel sad that they're suffering and I'm enjoying.
And you're enjoying. Why does it make you feel sad?
Because if I am enjoying, they also deserve to enjoy, but they can't because their parents are poor, and they also suffer on the streets. They beg for their parents. Some of them even run away from home.
Yes, they do run away from home. So now, what message do you have for parents whose children have run away from home, and those parents whose children don't go to school, they don't pay their children's school fees? What would you tell those parents?
I would tell those parents that they're not caring for their children. If they're caring for themselves, they should care for their children too, because their children are younger than their parents, and their children also need to grow up with a good life.
That is beautiful. Now, Simona, there's somebody there who's scared of going to school. So I want you to run me through the stages of school, where you need to start from until where you get a job. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
So I start from middle, from baby class to middle to grade 1, and then we move on to grade 2, then grade 3, then grade 4 or grade 5, then grade 6, grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, grade 10, grade 11, grade 12, university, and get a job.
Wow. So, for you to cross over from baby class and go to grade 1, what are you supposed to do?
I'm supposed to, like in baby class, since we're like very small, we can't do a lot of work. In baby class, us children, we just color.
You just color?
And trace.
Okay. So at your school every day, what do you do? Do you learn? Do you write? What do you like to do the most?
I like to write because writing is also good, because if I don't write and I just listen, my hands get tired, so I usually write.
Okay, so do you know how to write your name?
Yeah.
You can write it? That is beautiful, Simona. Do you like to study?
Yeah.
And to tell somebody who doesn't like to study and don't listen to their teachers, if your friends are not studying and not listening to their teachers, what do you tell them?
I tell them that they should study, because if they don't study, their parents will be mad at them.
Wow. You're such a clever girl, Simona. Thank you so much for sharing why school is important with your friends.
You're welcome.